The beam of my flashlight trembled, reflecting off something pale and unnatural on the forest floor, something that shouldn't be there. It wasn't until Joey's guttural scream ripped through the pre-dawn quiet that the horrific reality crashed down. Our friend Mark, his body pristine, yet brutally decapitated, lying exposed in the silent, unforgiving woods. We had sought solace and escape from the grind in the summer of 1979, camping with naive optimism in Harold Parker State Forest. That peace shattered when Mark vanished from our tent at dawn. Frantic, we searched, calling his name, our flashlights cutting futile paths through the inky blackness until we found his scattered clothes, a faded blue hat, his socks, his jeans-like discarded clues, leading us to an unspeakable scene. The clean cut, the missing head, the utter lack of explanation. It was a nightmare born in reality, one that branded us with suspicion and left us forever wondering what monstrous force had claimed our friend, a mystery that remains unsolved, his head never found, and a part of me, forever lost in that forest, haunted by sleepless nights and the terrifying vision of his headless return. The woods, it seemed, held an endless capacity for malevolence, and our encounters were far from over. Another trip, years later, found me with new friends, Craig and Tanner, deep in the Tennessee backcountry, seeking a simple night of beers and campfire stories. We woke to a horrifying sight. Stretched across my truck's hood was a freshly skinned animal, raw, glistening, its head and limbs brutally severed, blood streaking the windshield. The stench was unbearable, a primitive warning from unseen eyes. We fled, only to hear from a local gas station attendant of similar gruesome messages left for outsiders. A chilling ritual passed down through generations. The image of that flayed skin, a stark declaration of territorial malice, still haunts my rearview mirror, locking me out of the deep woods forever. Some secrets, however, are better left buried, but curiosity can be a dangerous guide. My friend Chris and I, seasoned hardcore campers who thrived on wilderness challenges, stumbled upon an anomaly in Algonquin Provincial Park, a dilapidated, moss-covered church, boarded and chained, deep in the trackless forest. Inside, a heavy, bolted steel trap door, also chained and padlocked, beckoned with sinister promise. Chris, normally rational, became possessed by an uncharacteristic manic obsession to break in, his eyes gleaming with a disturbing hunger for whatever lay beneath. Our struggle, his sudden, frightening shift in demeanor, forced us to retreat, leaving the unsettling structure behind. Though Chris eventually returned to his usual self, the image of that chained door and the unholy pull it exerted remains etched in my mind, a chilling testament to forces that can warp the human spirit. And then there was the final unsettling discovery, a relic of forgotten terror in Harriman State Park with Simon and Eddie. Our casual hike led us to a desolate lake and a decaying shack, its interior stained and adorned with rusty hooks. Outside, buried in the dirt, we unearthed a grotesque, rusted iron helmet, pyramidal in shape, with jagged, cross-shaped eye slits that seemed to watch us. Simon, against our better judgment, felt compelled to wear it, then, suddenly overcome by an unseen terror, tossed it away in the dark woods. We fled that place, leaving the ominous helmet behind. But its silent, watchful gaze and the unanswered questions of its origin and purpose continue to stalk my thoughts, a constant reminder that some things are best left undisturbed in the silent, unforgiving wild. These experiences, varied yet equally terrifying, taught us that the wilderness we once sought for peace holds a darkness far more profound and dangerous than any city could ever conjure, forever changing who we are and shattering the illusion of safety under a starlit sky.